Hello and welcome to National Focus. I am Octavia Prosper. In the headlines, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit to co-chair First Canada CARICOM Summit. Dominica observes World Food Day 2023. And Dominica celebrates Flag Day as part of independence activities. The details of the headline stories and more when we return.
Ride safe, wear a helmet, safer roads in the nature aisle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit is co-chairing the First Canada CARICOM Summit alongside the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. The two-day summit is taking place in Ottawa, Canada from October 17 to 19, 2023. The summit will be held under the theme, Strategic Partners for a Resilient Future, and will seek to strengthen existing cooperation between Canada and CARICOM member states. The current CARICOM chairman will lead his colleagues, heads of government, in discussions on building inclusive and sustainable economies, increasing trade and investment, the fight against climate change and international assistance to address the ongoing political and humanitarian crisis in Haiti. Leaders will also engage with Canadian business leaders and investors to explore commercial opportunities in the region. In his absence from the state, Minister for Finance, Economic Development, Climate Resilience, and Social Security, Honorable Dr. Irvin McIntyre, will serve as acting Prime Minister. Dominica has joined the rest of the world in observance of World Foods Day 2023. World Foods Day 2023 is being held under the theme, Water is Life, Water is Food, Leave No One Behind. World Food Day is observed annually on October 16 with the aim of shedding light on the millions of people globally who struggle with food security. This International Day is spearheaded by the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, and is dedicated to raising awareness about food security, hunger, and agricultural concerns on a global stage. World Food Day provides a platform for advocating actions to combat worldwide hunger, enhance accessibility to food, and encourage sustainable agricultural practices. Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, Honorable Roland Royer, says World Food Day is meant to inspire countries to work together to create a better future for all.
The observance of World Food Day is meant to inspire change that will create a better future for all. As we celebrate under the theme, Water is Life, Water is Food, Leave No One Behind. World Food Day celebrations offer a unique opportunity to promote awareness and action across the world for those who suffer from hunger or struggle to ensure that there is access to food for all. This year's celebration spotlights how water is essential to life on Earth and is the foundation of our food systems. Water, which covers the majority of the planet's surface, makes up over 50% of our bodies, supports livelihoods and important productive sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, tourism, the environment and trade, and the housing and health services.
He noted that with the development of countries coupled with climate change has challenged the planet's water resources.
Our performance in these sectors is central to achieving the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. We note, however, that economic development premised on a rapid population growth urbanization, and climate change puts our planet's water resources under increasing stress. The Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations reminds us that we must not take water for granted. We must work together to manage a finite, precious resource.
The Agriculture Minister says Dominica is blessed to have an abundant water supply despite the challenges of climate change.
It is estimated that around 2.5 billion people live in water-stressed countries today. Many are smallholder farmers who struggle to meet their daily needs, particularly women, indigenous people, migrants, and refugees. Competition for this priceless resource increases as water scarcity becomes a central motive of many conflicts. Reflecting on these statistics, we must say as Dominicans, we are truly blessed.
Minister Roy says government has invested and will continue to invest to ensure that all Dominicans can access clean, potable water.
As a nation with boast of 365 rivers, with a high annual rainfall. However, with the advent of climate change, we have witnessed a reduced level of water in our rivers, lakes, and streams that impacts negatively on the water available for domestic, industrial, and agricultural use. Notwithstanding the negative effects of climate change, government has invested significantly in programs to ensure that sustainable management of our watershed. We are on course to achieve a 100% target of providing potable water for all.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, in collaboration with WUSC Caribbean, under the Sustainable Agriculture in the Caribbean SAC project, with support from Bloomberg, has handed over climate adaptive irrigation technology to the Dominica Community High School as part of World Foods Day 2023. The theme for this World Foods Day is Water is Life, Water if Food, emphasizing the role of water in sustainable agriculture. In keeping with the theme, the handing over ceremony focused on forging the way forward, irrigate and educate, highlighting the importance of irrigation technology in agriculture education. OECS Country Coordinator for the SAC project, Dr. Nadia Paquet-Ansam, described the theme for World Foods Day as fitting for the objectives of this project.
The theme for this year's World Food Day, as Mr. Ansem alluded to, water is life, water is food, is most fitting with the objectives of this project as it emphasizes the crucial role of water in sustainable agriculture. In line with this theme, this ceremony today, deemed Irrigate and Educate, highlights the importance of irrigation technology in agriculture, as well as the need for climate adaptive technology, which will be featuring today, the control by the Rainbird app. Very fitting name, huh? It represents a significant advancement in farming practices for women and youth. With its Wi-Fi controlled features, this cutting-edge technology allows for precise water management, ensuring optimal irrigation for crops. It also enables you students to ensure that you learn firsthand about the impact of water on plant growth, sustainable farming practices, and the importance of efficient water usage in agriculture.
The students from the Convent High School and St. Mary's Academy will also be participating in this project. Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture with specific responsibility for developing community agro-enterprises, Honorable Lakia Joseph, says the involvement of youth is critical to the implementation of sustainable agricultural practices.
Through strategic investments in modern irrigation technologies, we enable our youth-led agro-enterprises and farming communities to flourish, making agriculture not just a tradition, but a dynamic and attractive livelihood option. Do you love agriculture? What do you say? Yes, I. As we move forward, let us remember that youth are not just beneficiaries of our initiatives. They are our partners and leaders in shaping the agricultural landscape. Let us support and mentor them, providing avenues for their voices to be heard and the ideas to be implemented. Together, we can create a community where every young person has the opportunity to contribute meaningfully to our food systems, ensuring not only their own prosperity, but also the well-being of generations to come.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture with specific responsibility for fisheries and blue economy, Honorable Julian Defoe, says preserving our water resources is critical to the country's food security.
Water is equally as important to us as it is for those engaged in agriculture. And even more importantly, for those that are involved in the rearing of crops and even livestock, to be more cognizant of the people who tomorrow will invest in aquaculture, because whatever practices that they do in terms of the fertilizers, of pesticide that they use, remember, it is this very same water source that is going to be filtered into people who have aquaculture ponds, and therefore the water quality becomes a major issue. Residues of pesticides and antibiotics from people who do treatments to animals and so on. So you can begin to see the interconnectedness of all of our systems. So just speaking about irrigation as a silo is not enough. So I have to bring to the students the broader scope of that we are speaking of.
The government of Dominica congratulates Marita Hyacinth, who was elected president of Junior Chamber International JCI West Indies 2024 on Friday, October 13, 2023. Ms. Hyacinth was installed as president during the 63rd JCI West Indies National Convention in Antigua and Barbuda. Marita Hyacinth of Goodwill Dominica is the Senior Program Officer in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, and was previously the President of JCI Dominica in 2020 and Vice President for JCI West Indies in 2023. She is a community leader and educator who has shown deep commitment to youth development and leadership, and advocated for their greater involvement in key areas of politics and governance. The government of Dominica wishes Ms. Hyacinth's success as she takes the lead in preparing the region's youth to positively impact the communities and countries, as they look forward to the work she will do during her term to encourage social responsibility and help shape the next generation of proactive and socially conscious leaders in Dominica and the region. The government of Dominica, through the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Social Services, continues to develop ways to touch the lives of every citizen, to include the vulnerable and the elderly. This as Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Social Services, with specific responsibility for senior security, children at risk, gender affairs, and the differently abled, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams and her team, utilized the month of September, which was also dubbed the month for the elderly, to recognize the Yes We Care beneficiaries across the island. The month of the elderly was observed under the theme, We Are Older But Not Over. Dr. Williams describes the experience as rewarding.
Starting from September, every Saturday, we've been visiting everybody, all the clients, and it has been a very rewarding experience. Tiring at times because we've had to perhaps cross streams and climb hills to find these clients, but very rewarding. We have been pleased at the reaction of these clients. They're very grateful that they have had the care of the caregivers on the Yes We Care program. We continue, although September is gone, we continue in the month of October trying to reach and touch and hear all of our clients and make them feel happy, make them feel that they still belong, they're still important. They're not just a name on a paper.
Acting Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Social Services, Mrs. Margaret Rudet Baptist, says the Yes We Care program, the brainchild of Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, must be commended.
I must say too that the Yes We Care program is a godsend program. I must commend the Honorable Prime Minister for such, that's his brainchild, for such a beautiful program where we can bring care to the elderly, much needed care, because the elderlies that we visited, all of them gave testimonies of the benefits of that program. And so I am indeed happy that we too could make a difference. The ministry can make a difference, that we can take care of the elderly. We know that they've worked hard, a lot of them, and contributed to the development of Dominica. Now they are at their twilight days. It's a good time to give them the love and to let them know that they are appreciated. And even if they are older, they are not over.
Coordinator of the Yes We Care program is Mrs. Celia Hamilton.
At Yes We Care, we have a number of clients, a total just about 156 clients. We have 9 districts, and what we are doing here today, visiting the district of Portsmouth, Capuchin to be more specific, is bringing cheer, bringing love to the clients via the use of care baskets. And as the Minister and the Permanent Secretary have alluded to, these care baskets come in very vital, especially as we have been doing it for the month of the elderly. We have drawn into the month of October, but we are continuing because we figure that it is a very good initiative, and they really do appreciate it. Just the mere fact that the Minister herself is there in person, the Permanent Secretary, how often do you see those things? So they really appreciate that. It makes them happy, makes them feel as if they belong, that as the program indicates for itself, Yes We Care. And so I think that's a very good initiative.
The Yes We Care program began in 2009. You are watching National Focus. More when we return.
Bache and buckle. Safer roads in the Nature Isle. This message was brought to you by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Welcome back. The Western District Cultural Finals was successfully staged on the weekend. Capuchin Cultural Group secured first place in the adult quadrille category. In second place, the Petit Savant Cultural Group, while the Flamboyant Dancers came in third. In the Creole Song adult category, Paul Lewis captured first place, while Wilfred Bruno secured second place. Grand Force stole the spotlight, securing first place in the heel and toe competition. The Flamboyant Dancers are in second place, and the Will Strathmore Stevens Primary third place. The Convent High School won first place in the Creole Song Children category, while the Grand Forks Primary landed second place. The Castle Bruce Primary won the ballet competition, securing the top spot. In second place, Paybush Primary School. The cultural final part 3 was held at Fort Shirley National Park on Sunday. Dominica's 45th anniversary of independence is being celebrated under the theme Anu Celebrate. As part of its 45th independence calendar of activities, Dominicans celebrated Flag Day 2023 on Monday, October 16. Flag Day was instituted by the Division of Culture as part of independence celebrations in order for the population to display and give recognition to the flag. The flag is one of Dominica's symbols of nationhood and national identity. The flag was designed by the late Dr. Alwyn Booley in early 1978 as the country prepared for independence. The flag features the national bird emblem, the Cicero parrot, which is an endangered species. The green field represents the lush vegetation of the island. The cross represents the Trinity and Christianity, which, with its three colors, symbolizes the natives, the fertile soil, and the pure water. The 10 green 5-pointed stars represents the country's 10 parishes. As part of this year's Flag Day activities, the Division of Culture organized a motorcade as part of the celebrations, which began at the Botanical Gardens and ended in Fort Saint-Jean. Acting Senior Cultural Officer, Mr. Carlton Henry, says the Cultural Division's goal is to heighten awareness of the significance of Dominica's flag and how unique it is in the Caribbean. The Botanical Gardens Flag Day motorcade went around the city, making stops at various schools. Meanwhile, over in Newtown, Flag Day celebrations continued as Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South constituency, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, joined the students of the Newtown Primary School in the activities. Adicia Burton has more in this report.
A brilliant display of Dominica's flag could be seen in Newtown on October 16 as Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau South constituency, Honorable Shakira Lockett Hippolyte, hosted a Flag Day event along with schools in her constituency. The event, held in celebration of Flag Day 2023, commenced with a parade of students from the Newtown Primary School, Charlotte Nursery and Ginger Preschool. Honorable Lockett Hippolyte joined students in the fun-filled event. She says today calls for introspection and greater contributions of the individual to the development of Dominica.
Today's Flag Day in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and as you know, we have the most beautiful flag in the Eastern Caribbean. And so today I joined with the students of the Newtown Primary, the Charlotte Nursery and the Ginger Preschool, where they're displaying their Dominican flag with pride, as you can see, and they have all the energy in the world. But what I really want to say to Dominicans is that today is a day for us to do some introspection as to what is it that the Commonwealth of Dominica means to us? What is it that the flag means to us? And have we been promoting Dominica in a positive way as opposed to negative? What have we done to develop our community and our country?
She says she strongly encourages participation of schools in extracurricular activities as it leads to greater cultural preservation in the future.
What I try to do as a PAL rep is to visit my schools very often and to encourage the teachers and also the principal to get them involved in extracurricular activities. It cannot be academics alone. So for example, the Newtown Primary School should be offering a drumming class. Currently we have a Boabo Academy. Let us get our children involved in the cultural aspects of things so that we can keep it alive, because as we see right now with the older folks, and then when they're gone, we need to be able to sustain our culture. And so what I try to do is to encourage them to get involved in the culture of things in Dominica.
The national flag of Dominica was designed by the late Dr. Owen Bully. National Flag Day is the first national emblem to be observed during National Emblems Week. Here are a few highlights from the Flag Day activity in Newtown.
No need to ask me just where I want to be. Oh, I've been waiting for so long, and now my time has come. My friends and my family, with you I long to be. Yeah. What has the joy to see our island, our culture, our people together in unity. Raise your flags up high, the limit is the sky. Represent your country, hold your flags up high. Hand in hand together, we are a people strong. So in spite of struggles, we will carry on. Yes, we will carry on. Calling my friends and my family, it's time to get ready. I hear the plane coming down. The people come from all around. As soon as we reach the city, that's where we all should be, to celebrate our victory. From the struggles, the hard times, no longer will the chains be holding we. Wave your flags up high, the limit is the sky. Represent your country, hold your flags up high. Hand in hand together, we are a people strong. So in spite of struggles, we will carry on. Yes, we will carry on. 'Cause Dominica's strong. We will carry on. Yeah.
Thank you, Adicia, for that report. The Christian Union Primary School presented a token of their appreciation to Mrs. Anita Booley on Monday for the work that she and her husband have done in nation building. The presentation was made as part of Flag Day celebrations, which is observed every year.
Thank you for your great contribution to our Dominica culture by supporting your husband in whatever that he did for Dominica. In memory of Dr. Alwyn Booley from Christian Union Primary School, my flesh and my heart fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. Psalm 73:26. God bless you.
Having designed Dominica's national flag, Flag Day was always special for the late Dr. Alwyn Booley.
Thank you very, very much. It is much appreciated. And you all made Alwyn's Day last Flag Day because he was so happy to see all the kids. And I want to thank you again for coming today. Okay, thank you very, very much.
Channel Jacobs is next with the Creole highlights.
Bienvenue tout le monde pour nouvelle en créole. En nouvelle, jeudi, 18 familles Kalinago recevaient Kayo. Avec le gouvernement Dominique, signé un agrément pour développer plage Champagne. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique signé un agrément avec CARICOM Development Fund pour développer plage Champagne. Projet qui coûtait 1,5 million de dollars US et qui est développé, facilité et puis expérience moun qui a visité Champagne. Champagne Beach c'est une plage qui est populaire pour le village La Pointe. Autant moun local ou en région et puis international qui a visité Champagne pour garder belleté en bas la mer. Ministère pour Finances, Développement économique, Résilience et Sécurité sociale, Dr. Irvin McIntyre et puis Mouche Rodinal Soma signé agrément mercredi le 11 octobre 2023. Jeudi 12 octobre, semaine passée, 18 familles Horde Constituency Salibia recevaient la Cléo pour Caille Nef. Ces villages-là qui tapaient Caille, c'est Tuna, Concord, Maho River, Colette River et puis Saint-Cyr. Ces cailles-là étaient bâties par 50 cailles. L'argent pour bâtir ces cailles-là sorti de 11e l'argent pour le développement européen pour projet après cyclone Maria. Premier ministre Dominique Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt dit qu'il est bien content pour présenter mettre ces cailles-là et puis la Cléo. Il dit que ça a symbolisé la sécurité pour le monde. Et aussi, oui, merci European Union là pour supporter pour le monde Kalinago. Ministère pour Caille et puis développement, urban développement, Honorable Melissa Skerritt, the European Union là, j'ai mis 13 millions de dollars en projet Caille. Et encourager les résidents pour remercier bon Dieu pour bénédiction ça là. Membre parlement pour Salébia, M. Ecosia Frederick, dit qu'il a poussé l'effort gouvernement pour développer Moun Kalinago. Construction Caille Kawende gouvernement bâti Dominique comme premier pays résilience en Kawaïbla. Octobre 16, c'était journée drapeau à Dominique. Moun ou pays a esprit légion l'école lever drapeau yo haut pour démontrer l'amour pour pays Dominique. Division pour Kilti organisé un motorcade qui commençait au Botanic Gardens là. Ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole. Non, monsieur General Jacob, au revoir.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS Dominica on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. You can also drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I am Octavia Prosper. Thank you for watching.